Welcome to my beautiful island in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Watch as I build an island paradise full of furry friends, pristine beaches, and lots of debt. Hope you enjoy this video and have an amazing day. The time is now 8:12 p.m., 8:13 p.m. on March 26th, as it is in real life. I can't prove it, but you can kind of see it a little bit there. And we're going on a trip to a new island that's never been seen before, because every island in Animal Crossing that you go on with the Nook Miles is unique. We're on the quest for a whole lot of furry fellers. Alright, we're going for the Tarantula. So, the active hours are between 7 p.m. all the way until 4 a.m., it looks like. And this is during the months of January, February, March, April, November, and December. And on the inverse of that, there are scorpions that are available during that during the opposite times there, so May through October, from what I know. So if you're not able to get a tarantula, you can get a scorpion, and that sells for the same amount of bells and appears under the same circumstances. So we're going to go to the airport and go to an island, and hopefully we get a thing called Tarantula Island. More likely, we're going to get a random island in general. And there's a way that you can spawn in, by the way that mechanics work in the game, you can force the game to spawn in tarantulas. Why would you want that? Of course, because they sell for 8,000 bells a pop. So, that's what I'm going to do. My name is Brian Saviano, otherwise known as the Tarantula Master in Training, O'Brien. And yeah, they actually have an island. So there's multiple islands in the game that have the same kind of layout, or that feature different things, or have specific functions. So one island is focused more so on fish. One island is like in a spiral formation. One has foreign fruit. One has just all junk when you're fishing in the pond and all that. So you're looking for one, ideally, that isn't a spiral island, because that's a lot less square footage for land. I don't know which one we have right here, but we're going to see. And it is raining outside, so that ideally helps with the circumstances. This is a standard island that we have seen before that has a villager on it, so that is cool. So over here, we're going to talk to this villager. That's a sheep. Hello, Frida. How's it going? Have we met? I'm Frida. So we can add Frida to our village if we want to, which we will, because, you know, Frida is cool, and the more villagers that are on the island, the better. So if you want to go to a cool place called Nahant, you can do that. So you might be asking yourself, other than this, you know, how do you get other tarantulas to spawn on the island? Well, first things first is you need to clear off every single thing on the island. When I say everything, I mean everything. So you're going to need every tool that you can possibly get. Make sure your axe is at full health, or you have at least 2 of them, because you cannot buy standard axes to chop down the trees on the island. You can't buy them from Wilbur over there, and that's not great. Wait. Can I pull this off? Wait. Can I pull this off? I don't know. No! Wait. And yoink! Oh! I just saved my skull. Look at that. Oh, baby. All right. So, that's a great start. So, you want to take down every single thing here. Now, I messed up before and did not know how to get rid of the rocks. So, that is a thing you need to do. I'm going to release the wasps here back into the wild. But you can destroy rocks in the game. And you can do this on your own island too, but it especially helps here. I tried to get Tarantula Island to happen before, but there were insects still spawning underneath the rocks, which doesn't work. It doesn't work with what you need to do. So the way you destroy a rock in this game, eat an apple, and you toss it there. That consumes one of the whatever fruit you had, and that destroys it, so no bugs can spawn under there. You need to dig up every single flower, every single weed, That stinks every single thing. So right now the time is 8:17. I'm going to let you know how long it takes to get everything off the island and everything dropped in one area over here. You want to put everything in one area. Basically so you have a clean slate on the island entirely, all right? So I'll let you know how long that takes. And, yep, still, it's 8:18 now. So, cut to when it's done. Message in a bottle has a iron wall rack. Cool. And I was just going to tell you that it's already working. If I take the net and pop up here, even though it's raining... Did he go away? There was a tarantula right up here. He must have despawned. Oh, there he is. Hi. Okay. So sometimes they like to, you know, run off into the ocean or something like that. But luckily, this little guy right here, he's going to pop into my net momentarily. One step closer. There we go. Cool. So when they're on their hind legs, stop moving. I inched a little bit closer there, but, you know, sometimes he still strikes even if you're not moving super carefully. So, or if you are moving super carefully, you know, it really just depends here. So with the tree stumps here, sometimes bugs like to spawn on top of them. I don't know if that is negated because of, you know, it being rainy outside or anything like that. I don't think anything will spawn because of the dinosaur fossil in there. But basically, you want to eliminate any possibility of anything else spawning for a bug. There's another tarantula right there. So you saw me ward off the roaches that were chilling on that spot right there. So if I actually register this real quick, because this is going to keep happening over and over and over again. I'm going to favorite that. You have to switch between a couple of them here. So basically, you're going to be doing this for as long as you possibly can and fill up your inventory. So, because I have the expanded inventory, I'll basically just do this for like an hour for the most part and rack up an entire inventory's worth of tarantulas. And there's actually a specific island where you can get just tarantulas. That's kind of like this in a way, but it's a specific spawn. So you see, like, right there, there's another one. So every time you do this, it's 8,000 bells. So you're really, really, really wanting to go for the tarantulas here. So, just like that. So you can kind of inch a little bit closer right there, but you definitely do not want to run toward them here. And it looks like even though I still have a couple of flowers here on the ground, that doesn't really matter as much because as soon as I walk over here, there's another one. And it's basically rinse and repeat. And now if I'm going to show you probably on the next one here, like, you know, I'm inching a little bit closer there. You don't have to necessarily wait until he's off his hind legs there. But if you happen to run toward him, then that's going to kind of mess your day up, but I'll show you that in just a second here. So you can see kind of what the inventory looks like right now. I'm literally dropping everything and putting it in one corner here because typically when it's clear outside, it's going to cause some bugs to go onto the flowers. But I guess because it's raining, then it doesn't allow bugs of that kind to spawn. So yeah, you're basically forcing the game to spawn just tarantulas the entire time. And as you can clearly see, it doesn't matter whether there's a villager here or not, you know, if there is a villager here, it doesn't matter. So you can just try this and see if it works. You know, they actually just patched this to version 1.1, and I thought there might have been a possibility that they changed the spawn rate of tarantulas because, you know, it's basically really easy money doing this the entire time. And if you fill up your inventory, like, you're really stacked. But I guess they did not change it, or they did not change it much because, yeah. Now, when I did this the first time, you see him up there just chilling. Now, this one actually is tough because you need to not hit the wall. So what I'm going to do is trigger him. He's going to pop toward there, and I can still nab him. So it's a little bit of a quicker process there if you feel like nabbing him there. And I'm also going to show you what it's like when you get bit by one. And you don't lose your inventory. You don't do any of that. You just happen to go back to the front of the island here. But Yeah, I'll show you what that looks like. So, technically, I could have left all these flowers. You know, they're all picked. They're picked as well as dug up. Okay? So it's a twofold situation. You want to do both. Because even if you dig them up and replant them, the flowers are still attached to the actual plant itself. You're not looking for that. You're looking for it to be totally clear. You can also run over all of the different plants there, but that takes a little bit of effort there. And, you know, there's not a like, you could run over it like 3 or 4 times, and it won't necessarily, you know, eliminate the flower on top. So you're better off just picking it and then replanting it just like this. You can have these 2 spaces over here. And, you know, if these flowers are planted over here, that's totally fine. You have no room over there, of course. And basically, you're looking to leave everything for your tool set here except for the net. You cannot put down the net and catch another tarantula. Obviously, you need the net for it. So you just got to keep that there. I'm going to get rid of this fossil because it's going to kind of annoy me that it's just chilling right there. And I don't believe it matters that there are fish in there. I believe it calculates between having a, you know, a tarantula spawn or a fish spawn separately. It's 2 separate ways that they're calculating what is on the island at any given point. So from this point on, you know, it should be a situation you just walk back and forth, find tarantulas, and just rinse and repeat literally the entire time. So make sure you check up on the rocks over here. Make sure there's no wharf roaches chilling up there, because those count as an insect. You don't want that to happen. And, yeah, it's basically just like that. So let me see. Yep, so there's 2 over here. So if I eliminate these 2, in theory, there should be a tarantula over here. Let's see if that's true. Let's find out together. Could be anywhere on the island, probably off-screen somewhere. You know, because they're not going to spawn immediately right in front of you or anything like that. Or there's wharf roaches over here, so we'll get rid of these. So, yeah, just do basically like a loop, you know, and there's a tarantula, boom, right there. So, yeah, you can see it's basically that sort of a situation. And because I missed him, he did bite me. Oh, no, I have a tarantula bite. I got to go to the ER. Oh, the ICU. No, no, no. Nope, you're just right there. And he's like, oh, yeah, me, are you good? Hey, brother, you all set? I was worried about you right there. All right. Continue. I want that dodo umbrella, man. That's a cool looking umbrella. So yeah, that's all that happens. And if you happen to break a net, you can get more nook. You can get one via nook miles there. So make sure you have at least enough nook miles to get, you know, 2 or 3 nets if you need to. You should be fine. You shouldn't break multiple nets. You shouldn't be catching that many tarantulas. Like, yeah, you're gonna catch a whole inventory's worth, but it's not gonna be that much that a net is going to break, you know? There we go. Yoink. So, yeah, when he's off his hind legs there, just walk right up to him. Just be like, hey, buddy, how you doing? My name's Brian. Good to see you. How are the kids? Yoink. Just do that. That's fine. And get rid of the roaches. And, yeah, you rinse and repeat. You do this the entire time. And it's 8,000 bells a pop, so it's totally worth your time. So, and that took me, what, to clear off the island? 20 minutes? Totally fine. Totally an acceptable amount of time. You're not going to be, you know, doing this for hours and hours and hours. It's going to take you a little bit of time, but not too much time that you're going to be, you know, being bored out of your mind. So don't worry about that. Especially because you can run around here and try to, you know, see if there's any tarantulas spawning in. Sometimes they don't spawn in immediately, but typically if they don't spawn, there's usually like a wharf roach over here you got to clear off. But basically, right now, all there is for the potential to spawn is a wharf roach and a tarantula. So that's the only 2 choices that the game has right now. And there's another tarantula right there just chilling. Wait right there, and then approach, and then wait. Yoink. There we go. Rinse and repeat, ladies and gentlemen. So right now the time is... Oh, well, there you go. I got to get a new one. Right now the time is 8:40. And I have how many tarantulas? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, I'll let you know how long it takes to get a full inventory's worth. It's probably going to take a while. But I'm definitely not going to show you all that because it's just me doing the same thing over and over again. So, let me grab a tool and continue on my way. Alright, so I wanted to show me getting the last 3 on camera. That way you get a little bit of insight I guess more so. So if you run over to a tarantula, he'll chase you, right? You can outrun the tarantula, provided you don't run into anything. And if you're good enough, you can actually turn around and nab him. So give me a second here if I can try to get this to work. There we go. So, yeah, you could really just run around the island and try to nab them that way. I have unsuccessfully done that a couple of times. So I got a little bit too ahead of myself and ran toward a few too many tarantulas. But you don't even need to, like, prepare yourself. Like, just keep walking a little bit forward, adjust the camera angle if you need to, and just nab them, you know? So actually, I can get more than 3, because what I can do is drop some more of these items here. I don't need any of these, so I can just get rid of them. I've gone through about 3 flimsy nets, so make sure you have plenty of Nook miles in case you don't bring extra nets with you. You might want to make a couple because the Nook miles, as you get through the game, are going to be a bit more difficult to come by. But let me grab one more here and then grab a couple more off camera because I thought I was done, but I'm clearly not done. It seems like they spawn in 2 of any sort of bug at any given point. So that's either going to be a tarantula or the wharf roach, because sometimes there's going to be 2 wharf roaches over here or 1 on each side. You got to clear those out. And then it basically is a dice roll of whether or not you're going to get tarantulas or wharf roaches. And obviously tarantulas are more rare, but, you know, it's just trying and trying again. So right there, we're good. Yeah, I didn't need to, like, prepare. I just inched myself forward a little bit there. So now our inventory, you know, we just have a couple more. 1, like 3, 5. 5 left to go. Get hyped. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Wait. Wait. Yoink. There we go. Still got it, baby. And you just saw right there, if there's a tarantula on the top there, I just let it go because it instantly falls off and you can't capture it. You can take your ladder up there and try to grab them, but, you know, by the time you get up there, sometimes what I have seen in the past couple minutes here is that the tarantula, even without you making it aggro, will just fall off the ledge without you doing anything. So it can still do that to itself. So by the time you get the ladder, pull out the ladder and try to get up there, it could totally not be worth your time. So I just, you know, shoo it away, because obviously the rate of tarantulas here is pretty staggering, as we have 1 more slot remaining for a tarantula. I put these items up here thinking that the wharf roaches would be deterred if I placed an item where they would spawn. That is not the case. They will still spawn in no matter if you have stuff there or not. So don't factor that in when placing stuff down. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That's every single tarantula we can get, as far as I know. Oh, it's not 33 because it's 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 42. The answer to everything in life, 42. So let me just calculate real quick. I'm ready to go home, pretty sure here. Let me see what that's gonna be. If I take let's see. Hold on, one second. It's 42 times 8,000 is 336,000 bells, baby. Here comes the money. So yes, if you just do the Nook miles every day, you can make any island a tarantula island. That is the key. So if you want to get, you know, all the bridges, relocate all your buildings, as long as you have 2,000 Nook miles, you're ready to rock and roll. Timmy and Tommy, fam, do I have some news for you? You owe me a lot of money. Now, you can go outside of Timmy and Tommy hours and drop them off in the box out front. They take a 20% cut. I wouldn't recommend that. All right? It's a lot safer of a process than the stock market and buying all the turnips and whatnot, when especially you could not make your money back. So as long as you have the funds, or rather the miles, to get all the Nook Mile tickets, you are locked and loaded here. So that is every single one as far as I can tell. They're all highlighted in yellow. I wish there was like a select all feature, but that's okay. So here we go. How much is it? 312,000 bells. Hold on. Did I miscalculate that? Give me a second here. I want to make sure I have all of them selected here. Because the tarantulas take up so much space on the, little inventory icon here. I want to make sure I have every single one here in one transaction. There we go. I may have miscalculated it by accident, but if 3,012, all right, that's fine. So, oops, my bad. Well, that's still a lot of money. And between me selling off all of the different fruit and whatnot, yeah, totally fine. Where am I going to take this money? I'm going to go spend it on Fortnite V-Bucks. Just kidding. I'm going to go up to the second floor, the upper area, using a ladder that I don't have right now, and pay off that bridge. That's the first thing I'm going to do. And I need a bunch of different types of wood. I basically need to make an entirely new tool set, but that's okay. So actually, from what I've seen, people online are paying like, they're coordinating with each other to pay an exorbitant amount of bells to get a Nook Miles ticket. That way, they can make their own Tarantula Island and, cash in on that. So they're trading like 50,000 bells for a Nook Miles ticket. And it's like, all right, well, I think that's a little bit too much. But, some people, they don't feel like either doing the daily tasks or things like that, because I definitely have noticed that the Nook Miles have slowed down over the past couple of episodes here. So I can definitely see that being an issue, especially with the terraforming. The terraforming, you actually need to get a lot of bells, or rather a lot of Nook Miles to make that happen. To get, so when we get to the terraforming, that should be soon-ish, kind of. You have two different terraforming tools. One of them is for rivers, and one is for mountains. So each of those tools is separate, and they're each 6,000 Nook Miles. And then, if you want to get like a dirt pathway as opposed to a brick pathway, those cost different denominations as well. Oh, 234 bells. Wow, what a remarkable amount. I'll just, bankrolls on deck. There we go. Take all my money. Cha-cha-ching. There it is. So, there's going to be a bridge there tomorrow. Yay, finally. So, that's all I got for you for right now. I got to talk to my friend to see if I can get into her town and sell off a bunch of apples and make more money. So, for now, I want to thank you guys and girls for listening, watching, tuning in, and meowing it out with me. As always, my name's been Brian Saviano, a.k.a. BricksOBrian. I'll see you probably tomorrow in real time, or if I could sell off a bunch of apples and make a load of money. See how well that goes. Audi 5000, baby. Bye.